Hello, Nova Babes. Yes, I've got new glasses. I'm very excited. It's giving very much me. I got the tortoise on here. We got the bright pink. Just really bringing it to you. I got a new prescription as well because it's been a few years since I went to the eye doctor. So my eyes are trying to adjust to everything, but leave it as it may. I'm very like, okay, Spirit, what exactly is the message today? And normally I have like a big to-do before we like hop in, and I don't really necessarily have anything other than the fact of like, we're in Aries season. The fire is lit beneath us. We really need to push. Don't worry, Luna is up. She is watching shows. She is talking next to me, but I'm really trying to really feel this Aries energy. I don't know if you're feeling it as well, but like this Aries fire is really pushing me to really like push for the goals. And I always try to stay as transparent as possible. I truly have so much happening within my life in terms of change of what I need and what I need to do. One moment. Yes. Yeah, Mama's recorded. Thank you. She's very curious. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm getting to this point where I'm realizing that everything that I thought was a foundation of my life is crumbling. And for me to go to this next level, this next phase, the real intent of putting in the time, energy, and effort to pour into my own cup and come from a place of overflow is just, it's like blaring. It's not even a suggestion anymore. It is like Spirit is like, listen, your foundations are all broken and cracked for a reason, because we're going to build back something stronger and better so that when any type of storm hits it, there's not going to be any type of wavering. And that, I don't know about y'all, but that's a big stressor, but also relief. I'm kind of like, oh shit, like this is a lot, you know what I mean? But then in the same breath, it kind of feels like, okay, yeah, like I know these are tower moments, crumbling everything that I thought I knew and that I thought was strong, and giving me the time to actually rebuild it. And I will say, as somebody who is currently going through something like that, I am at the point of where I am no longer going to avoid the inevitable. Shit. The universe is not letting me, but like I am no longer going to avoid the inevitable, because this is something that I know I need to do. Yeah. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot I'm trying to be this mother. I'm trying to help and protect my daughter. I'm going through all of this like metamorphosis and this change where I really want to get myself together and do it in a way that isn't the way that I've done it before. And maybe you're in the same arena, 333 as I say this. Maybe you're in the same arena. Maybe you're feeling like, yes, like I know all of this is crumbling around me, but that's not going to stop me. That's going to push me. That's going to make me go further. That's going to make me go farther. That's going to make me build a different foundation than what I've ever had before. And that's important. I think that's something that we forget along the journey of like, when we have to crumble the foundations, it's not going to look and feel the way that we have looked and felt. And everything is changing and everything is expanding. And that's not a bad thing. But it's also like, oh shit, like what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what am I supposed to do? And I've been building out my program for my coaching, my spiritual transformation coaching program, which if you're interested, let me know. I'm going to do a special membership pricing once I launch it. But I'm really holding myself accountable to what the term coach and what the term transformation means. I know I've been through so much transformation, and I know that I have felt like, man, I wish I had somebody in front of me, leading me to help me down this path. Funny enough, Spirit's like, nah, bitch, it's you. Like, it's you doing the transformation, and you are going to lead other people. And it's kind of like this big like weight on my chest of like, okay, I want to make sure I do a good job. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. But in the same breath, it almost feels like a natural step forward for me. Like, obviously, I'm doing this like group style coaching here with you guys, but in the same degree, like, I have always done some type of one-on-one coaching, some type of like pushing people forward, whether if it's my friends or family or whatever. Like, it's just inevitable for me. And I'm in a couple of groups on Discord for like astrologers and tarot readers and stuff like that. And I had an astrologer look at my chart, and I have I have a Scorpio stellium in my 12th house. And if you know or understand it, or if you don't, what that basically means is I have so many planets in Scorpio that I have more of a Scorpio energy. But not only do I have more of a Scorpio energy, in the 12th house is all about transformation, hidden agendas and enemies, and just a lot of change and transition. And I'm finally at the place where I'm like, all right, cool, like I'm gonna accept that and I'm gonna move forward from that. Let's get into these cards. All right, one more shuffle. Spirit, what does the collective need to know this week? Luna's right next to me. She's so funny. She's like, Mommy, what is that? Oh, okay. Queen of Pentacles reverse first out of the gate. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles reverse. This is about selfish, jealousy, insecure, greedy, envious, gold digger. King of Swords reverse came out. Irrational, oppressive, controlling. You know what this is feeling like to me? Exactly, period. Both of these cards coming out together in reverse is telling me that you're struggling. You're struggling with money. You're struggling specifically of being around money and being insecure about it, of how the flow comes into you. And I know that's something that we have been talking about. This has been coming up for the last couple of weeks in terms of like money. And let me be very real here. This isn't just like woo-woo shit. This is real, like scientific metrics, all of that. The way that I understand it, the way that I have done my own research, is you have to match the energetic field, right? It's not about, oh, some people just have it better because their videos go viral or they're this like really cool influencer or whatever. It's about matching the energy. If you were to get a $10,000 check today uploaded into your bank account, what would you do with it? How would you feel about it? Would you feel like, oh, I need to hold on to this because I don't know when the next 10 grand is going to come in, or am I going to blow all of it? Either end of that spectrum of holding on too tightly or letting go and being too carefree is going to be the problem. You got to find somewhere in the middle. And I understand how hard that is because like for myself, I'm like thinking about pricing and how can I make this work for me? How can I make this a business that's worthwhile, that's going to not only propel my legacy for my daughter, but also like take care of my daughter and do all of these things. And there's a lot of people online that are like tarot readers and stuff like within my space that they're struggling. They like struggle hard. And I would say I'm somewhere in that realm of like struggling and not, because when we talk about money and we talk about that energy that we need to match, it's about the flow. And you're not flowing with it. You're too scared to make moves when money does come in. And then you're too scared to even know what that feels like. Because if you want all this abundance, if you want all of this stuff, I'm not even just talking about materialistically, like just in general, if you want all of this energy and all of this stuff, I feel like you have to match the energetic field of what that's going to feel like. Is that version of you going to freak out and act like 10 grand is going to make or break you? No, that higher elevated self is like, yeah, that's a Tuesday, baby. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I made 10K today. And I'm going to make 10K tomorrow. And I'm going to make 30K on Friday. Like, it's about the energy and the confidence with it. And that King of Swords energy in reverse, it's like you're holding on to this control, right? Like you keep controlling the outcomes of how it comes in, of like, well, I have to work more hours, I have to do harder. And I'm not saying not to work, right? But what I'm saying is be diligent and sit in that energy of that abundance. Because when Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords is in the upright, it's solid, right? They're both sitting on their thrones. Five of Wands reverse. Resolution to conflict, agreements, truces, harmony. There's something about like family specifically. I know that resonates for me, but it feels like there's conflict within your family that you're finally coming along the lines of like, I'm not going to keep doing this. Like, I'm really done. I'm going to hold my boundaries. I'm going to hold myself at a different level. Hermit in reverse. This is you know, being this antisocial person, like holding on. But you're not needing isolation anymore, right? You've done a lot of healing. Spirit is trying to push you out. Spirit is trying to get you out. And it's spring, you know, we just had the spring equinox. We're in Aries season. That's the first of the zodiac. Like the energy is fire and we're starting off with a bang, baby. And that's really where Spirit is coming in right now. Spirit's like, okay, like let's move. Like screw the money, screw the conflict, screw all of that. What are we doing? What can we do for ourselves that we can build our foundation, that we're not going to worry about anybody else shaking or breaking the foundation, right? We're going to worry about how strong our own foundation is and keep it pushing and keep it moving and actually get ourselves back out there doing the things that we love. I know for myself, especially when I moved in here with my aunt and uncle and my grandma, like I wasn't able to leave because I was full on caretaking for my grandma and my daughter. And now that she's been gone for a month now, which I can't even believe that, I'm feeling like, okay, like how can I get back out into the world? How can I start recording again? How can I, you know, do the things that I need to do for myself and really live life? Like I want to hang out with friends. I want to go on weekend trips. I want to do date nights. You know what I mean? Like I want to do things. Six of Wands reverse. All of these coming out reverse is absolutely hilarious. Six of Wands in reverse is about failure, lack of recognition, no reward, lack of achievement. Six of Wands, this is how you feel. This is not exactly true. Okay. You may feel like you have failed in some way, shape, or form, or you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve, or you haven't gotten the recognition that you feel like you should get. But let me pose this question to you. Are you waiting for other people to give that to you, or is that something that you can give to yourself? Preaching to the choir, okay? I'm talking to myself here because there's many times in my life, especially now, like I feel like a failure. Like I feel like I failed my daughter by not protecting her when my dad attacked Donald. I feel like a failure for living with my aunt and uncle and then living with my parents and losing all of my shit. Like I feel irresponsible. I feel dumb. I feel stupid. Like I feel like this failure. But the more that I have been like really trying to express myself, get this inner emotion out, I'm realizing that I have to give myself this recognition. Even through every storm that I've been through. Funny enough, had my therapy appointment on Friday. I had to give her a bullet point list so I didn't forget what was going on in my life. Like, baby, it was a lot. And one of the things that my therapist said, she was like, this was my first meeting with her, by the way. She was like, wow, Brie, you've been through so much and yet you're still here. And she was like, there's many people that I have worked with that even one or two of those things on that list probably would have taken them out and for a long time. And she was like, I hope you recognize how strong you are, but also how dedicated you are to your own growth and your own, you know, depth of transformation. Because I'm the real. right? Like I'm on this real shit with it. Like I'm not trying to pretend here. I'm trying to really help people here. And that's why I'm so vocal. That's why I'm so vulnerable. But in the same regard, like, yeah, I'm like, okay, but what have I really achieved? What have I really done? Because it doesn't feel like, oh, I've made 100 grand over the last year. Or I've done this and I built it to this and now it's bigger and I'm dealing with like, 150 people in the membership. But the reality is, even though there's like, what, 5 or 6 of us total, that is, though that might feel low end for many people, and they're like, oh, is that even a big deal? Like, baby, are you serious? I'm out here helping people, whether if it's 3, whether if it's 5, whether if it's 35, 3,500, you're still helping people. And that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to accomplish. That is something that I have pushed for. And I don't need recognition through, social media of like, oh, I have all of these followers and I have this and I have that. Those are all vanity. All of that is vanity metrics. Social media is vanity. Social media is not going to give you, just because you have 10,000 followers, 2,000, 5,000, however many thousand, that doesn't mean or equate that you're making the kind of money or living the kind of life that you want to live. And for me, I'm realizing that kind of recognition, that kind of feeling like a failure, feeling so hard on myself, that 6 of Wands energy is this notification from spirit. She's reading, I'm sorry, she's like reading and yelling. It's coming from spirit of like, you are the one that's supposed to give this to yourself. You are the one that is supposed to hold yourself down. Because if you can't come from your own heart center, your own sacral, if you can't do that stuff for yourself, then your foundation is not as solid as you think it is. I might change locations, so sorry. I know she's very loud. And I know y'all don't have kids, so I'm sure y'all are overstimulated. Insane. 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is stubbornness. This is giving up, refusing to compromise. This is just you being sassy. Okay, that's what that feels like to me. Like, you're like, okay, I hear what she's saying, but I don't like it. Fair. Fair. But it's also necessary. Okay, don't stand there with your arms crossed, holding your own self back in this next phase of your life. I know it's scary. I know. I'm in it. I know it's scary. But that's why I built this group. That's why we're here doing what we need to do. And until we get to where we need to be, you're always going to be in this feeling. Okay, 2 cards, 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Tower. Funny enough, the Tower is the only card in the upright here, but we'll come to that in a moment. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? 10 of Pentacles in reverse is about family disputes, money, fleeting success, conflicts over money, instability, breaking traditions. Breaking traditions is standing out a lot. You are not meant to do what others in your family have done. Okay, you are meant to break the traditions. You are meant to break the mold. This isn't necessarily a bad card because it's in the reverse. This is coming out as this identifier from spirit of like, okay, 6 of Wands energy. Stop beating yourself up. Stop being stubborn about it. You are meant to change your lineage. You are meant to change these generational curses and traumas and so on and so forth. But what an honor. Seriously, what an honor that is, that your soul decided to come down here and do this. Because if we're going to be really, really real, our soul is here for lessons. We are learning lessons here. Our slate gets wiped clean and we come down here and we go through all this shit so that we can expand and transform. And you have to think about it like this. Many people within your lineage decided to do the same thing but could not be successful. You know how successful that is for you to actually be doing it and being proactive in it. Just even being in this group is you actively trying to break and change traditions, which leads us to here, the Tower. And how much have I been talking about the Tower, okay? Of everything crumbling and everything falling. But I'm going to get real specific here, okay? See this homegirl right here where she is like RuPaul, Death Drop, right? That's what it's giving. She's falling within grace, if you will. She's falling gracefully. And another thing that's sticking out to me is this crown, right? This crown of like, you're holding the crown, right? It's been on your head, but it's finally coming off because it's a crown that somebody else gave you instead of you putting the crown on yourself. You are more than the crown, right? You are falling gracefully from this burning fire hellscape, which was your old way of life, your old traditions, your old thoughts, your own feelings, your old, expressions. You are different. You are different, and you have shit that is making you change your thoughts, change your mind, change your lifestyle, and that's a good thing. The tower coming out is not always bad. The tower coming out is like a ring from spirit, an alarm from spirit of like, all right, it's time to switch some shit up. And I know how difficult that can be to feel like this, to feel like, okay, yes, it's all crumbling around me, but what am I supposed to do next? I'm exactly there. There's a lot of shit in my life that has been crumbling around me. And now I'm finally getting to the point of like, okay, I can't wait for other people. I can't let other people hold me back or push me in ways that I know I don't need to be pushed. I need to trust myself. I need to ground myself. I need to come center within myself. And actually these next 30 days, I'm challenging myself basically for the whole month of April. I'm challenging myself to actually pour into my cup. And more than just like skincare and stuff, like I really want to get into a rhythm, not a routine, but a rhythm of taking care of myself. I have a 2-year-old. Okay. So like my life can be anywhere and everywhere at the same time. But I know that like for me to move forward in the ways that I need to come back to center for Bree. Because listening to other people, doing what other people tell me to do, worried about their thoughts, feelings, opinions, and emotions, all it does is hold me back. And I know that. And I know that this next phase of me transitioning my business into one-on-one coaching, which don't worry, there will always still be the membership. But like, obviously it's a different price point. We're talking about 12 weeks of my time. We're talking about really deep diving, 22222, as I say this. It's a big deal. And I know that I have to get to a place where I can actually hold that, where I could deal with, 2 one-on-one clients, as well as people in the membership, as well as be a mother or wife and all these other things. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that I really want, but my foundation is not stable enough to hold it. Interesting. Okay. 10 of Wands reverse, 7 of Wands reverse. I'm sorry, 7 of Swords reverse. 10 of Wands reverse is failure to delegate, too much responsibility, collapse, breakdown. It's funny that that's coming out after the Tower. Okay, so you have the Tower and then you have this. This is just another identifier from Spirit of like, listen, you got too much shit that you're holding. You're holding on to way too much stuff. And though, yes, it feels like it's all burning down around you, it's supposed to be. Because you're not meant to carry all of this. You're not meant to take all of this into the next phase. You're not. And I know that that's foreign to you because you're so used to carrying it through all the phases that you've been through thus far. But this is different. This is Aries season. And Aries is about action. Aries is about getting shit done. You have the idea, you make it happen. And not make it happen in like a crazy detailed way like Virgo or Capricorn, right? We're talking, we push forward, we get it done. We're doing it messy. We're doing whatever we need to do to move that needle forward. But we're doing it in a way that isn't going to harm us. We're doing it in a way that is going to support us moving forward. Because then you also have the 7 of Swords in reverse, okay? And this is about confession, regret, malice, truth revealed. Truth revealed. That's what's sticking out here. Your truth is being revealed. You can finally confess to yourself, to others, whatever you feel comfortable with, right? That you're not exactly great, right? Maybe mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever category that it is, or maybe all of the above. You're not doing great. And I know for me, it's all categories. I'm not doing great across the board. I'm just struggling. I'm struggling a lot with like my own thoughts, my own feelings, how I just feel so heartbroken. I just feel so lost, you know? I'm going no contact with my parents. I'm trying to navigate that. It's a lot. Confirmation from the dog. It's a lot. Okay? It's a lot. And I have a lot like this. It's like stacking. It's compounding over and over and over and over. I don't think I've had a month in the last 2 years where something major has not switched or changed or flipped in my life. And I'm over here like, damn, my Saturn return's done. Like, why are we still dealing with this? But I feel like it's the lingering energy, if you will, off of my Saturn return, really closing out that chapter to start anew, because the burning that I feel inside of myself, right? Of like, I know I'm meant for more. I know I can be bigger. I know I can hold more. I know I can do this, but my foundation is cracked. It's trash. But that's because everything has crumbled around me. And now I'm building back to where I don't have to hold everything the way that I used to. And now it's this time where I can really be open and honest and reveal my own truth, not only to myself, but the loved ones and the people around me, of being like, yo, I need help. I am struggling. I am having a hard time mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever. Two of Pentacles. Finding that balance with it, right? That's what this is. Balancing resources, resourcefulness, flexibility, stretching resources. Very much balancing resources and flexibility. You are finally now at this place where you can be like, all right, you can speak your truth to the people that you feel safe and comfortable with and be like, listen, I need help. I need help in this category of my life. Maybe it's a friend to come over and body double for you so you can clean your apartment. Maybe it's just going out on like a girly pop or a friend date or whatever, you know what I mean? Go to Chili's, get the triple dipper, right? And I have a suggestion for the triple dipper if you need. But in reality, it's like, okay, what can I do? You know, what can I do to make this happen? How can I just be more honest, not only with myself, but the people around me that I know can help me? And that also is including in here. If you want to put in shit for divine discipline of like, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's hold each other accountable. Put it in there. I will hold you accountable as long as you hold me accountable as well. And though that is why I built this place and this space for us so that we can do that. But you're not meant to do it alone. Okay? There's 8 billion people on this planet. Now, why the hell would you do this alone? You know what I mean? Like, I know that especially in our society here in America, it's really about individualism, right? And what you as an individual are doing in your life and what you got going on. But the fact of the matter is, the truth is, we're not built to just be alone and be in isolation. That's why in jail, they'll put you in the hole, right? Because they know it's psychological warfare for people to be alone. It fucks them up mentally, physically, emotionally. To not be able to speak to other people, to not be able to see other people, to not interact with other people. So it makes you believe that you're supposed to do all of this by yourself. Let me see if we got anything else left here. I'm just feeling a lot of stuff right here. And also within my throat chakra. Maybe that's something that you've been feeling, speaking up, speaking out, speaking your truth is what I keep hearing. But also feeling, right? Your heart needs healing and it needs more support. It needs more love. And that doesn't make you bad or weak or anything like that. That makes you a human. That makes you exactly what you need to do. And I think that you're finally getting to the point, I know I am, where it's like, okay, I can't just talk about this shit anymore. I got to be about it. And that's what Aries season is bringing in. Is like, let's do this. Yeah. Okay. So the first one, Page of Wands reverse, then the Moon reverse. Again, with all of the reverses, okay? But Page of Wands in reverse, hasty, impatient, lacking ideas, prone to tantrums, lazy, boring, unreliable, distracted. Distracted is a big one. You're distracted. And lacking ideas, confirmation. You're distracted. And you're distracted with, I keep seeing like your phone, but more specifically, not like being on your phone in the sense of like, oh, I'm just doom scrolling on TikTok. That ain't helping you. But being on your phone and not utilizing the phone as a tool for you. That is what I'm getting from this. You can be distracted on social media. I mean, hey, I get, doom scroll for an hour or two. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, it is literally a computer in your pocket. You can make your smartphone work smarter for you. Start looking up tips, tricks. What can I do to maximize my iPhone or my Galaxy or whatever you got? You know what I mean? Like, what can you do to maximize all of these features that you have that actually is going to make you feel productive instead of distracted, where you feel like, ugh, I can't believe I doom scrolled for 2 hours. Now I feel bad. Now this, now that, right? And it goes in the spiral of feelings and emotions. Clock yourself. Be real with yourself. Like, hey, my screen time is way up this week. What do I need to do to check in with myself? Because if you have enough time to doom scroll for 2-3 hours, you have enough time to take care of yourself. You can do the 20-minute, stretching, yoga, whatever, or breathing techniques or meditation, whatever it is that you want to do, right? You can take care of yourself. If you have the time to doom scroll, you have time to take care of yourself. And I know that's a big part of like, okay, but I don't have the energy. We've already talked about that. Even 10%, even if it's just you lighting an incense and just clearing out your energy and clearing out your space, do it. Do something instead of doing nothing. The moon reverse. Okay, this is about releasing fears. This is anxiety subsiding, regaining composure, self-discipline, but more importantly, blocked intuition. Okay. When you finally release that fear, when you finally let go, when you finally are open and honest, not only with yourself, but the people that you love and care about around you, to let them help you, to let them get you to where you want to be, because you're not meant to do this alone, right? But the one thing that is individual is your own intuition. Stop letting other people's fears run your life. Okay. And maybe because their fears will then in turn become your fears. Because if they're talking to you or telling you blah, 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 you'll never be able to do it. Then you're like, okay, well, my intuition's telling me that I can, but actually, can I? Like this person that I care about, or they're telling me all this, but are they right? And the reality is, I don't know. Do you trust yourself? Is your intuition telling you otherwise? If your intuition's telling you otherwise, then what are you going to do to change it? Confirmation. But I'm just really trying to see what else Spirit has here with the cards. I think we're wrapping up this reading here because a lot of the energy is the same. Yes, ma'am. Don't pull that, please. Thank you. Yes. No one else is here today. Everyone is gone in the house. So it's just me and Luna, and she is like, what is going on? Because normally I don't do this like in the living room. I do this in our bedroom. But let's do it. Spirit, is there anything else that they need to know with this message? Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Nothing else. But you understand where I'm coming from with this. And if this is like really resonating for you, this reading this week, let's really talk. For real. Let's break it down and group together, or shoot me a DM or whatever, because this is necessary. This phase that you're in, this part of this cocoon process that we're in right now, you are never going back to the caterpillar, babe. You inevitably will be this butterfly. But for you to feel safe enough to come out of the cocoon and be fully formed is going to require this step to be done, whether if you like it or not. And it is hard. No one said that this shit was easy. This shit is hard. But it doesn't have to be so hard that it feels impossible. That's why you're here. That's why your soul made it to me in this group, in this timeline, doing this, because we're helping one another. Your last card for today is Five of Pentacles in reverse. And this is about positive change, recovery from loss, overcoming adversity, feeling welcome, and forgiveness. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's a great way to end this. This is just a reminder from Spirit to let you know that change is coming, that you will recover from the loss. You will overcome this adversity. You will start feeling like yourself and feeling seen, heard, welcome, loved, right? It might not look the way that you thought it will, it might not feel the way that you thought it would, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening, that it's not coming through. Take your time, but be diligent this Aries season. Don't just make hasty moves just to say you made them. Make moves that are strategic, but that you're not holding yourself back in this process. Okay? You got this. Love you. Have a great week.